G'day and welcome back to the Pillars of Ranternity. It is time to rejoin our the expansion and get things done. So the question is, when going back here, I just kind of expected that it wouldn't be a direct travel to any one point. I assume we should go back to Stalwart Village, but I'm actually going to go back to Longwatch Falls because the first thing I want to do is kill the frickin' dragon, and also I really do not want hard fights at this point in the game. I mean, it's not a bad choice, but I actually don't think the combat in this game is much to write home about, and I don't really like... I think that the challenging combat in this game is actually the most annoying one. I'd rather just see more of the world. And I've played this game way too long now, so I don't want to deal with it. So the first step is, can we still do the quest that we left behind here? Because we need to head down to this cave.
And if I find something good, you can have half.
And we might as well sneak, because I'm not sure if this will have been repopulated. Maybe, maybe not. We'll get to see the changes to Durgan's battery, but first we will kill a frickin' dragon because it... Wow, what happened there? I'm just gonna alt-tab and see what's going on here. Did I get any message? No. Concerning. Okay,
Very
so
well.
Start with kill the dragon in here. Yes. Still got the same stuff with the ice blights.
I'm here.
Okay, so you get to go here.
Just
you get to go over here.
Leave it to me.
Yep, you are still a big old dragony dragon. We've got even more melee characters than
Zawa is
last
ready.
time.
What?
Yep, those are all visible.
How may I help?
So who do we want to send up to initiate the conversation? Okay.
Yes,
How about you?
I will.
The dragon turns its head to look at you. Its red eyes are clouded like dirty ice, and its sides heave with labored breaths. Frosty plumes jet between its teeth.
Leave. Now.
You look ill.
I can still peel the flesh from your bones.
You are barely staying on your... Oh no, I think if you wanted to kill me, you'd have already
Careful.
tried.
I killed the last wanderer I found in these parts.
So you ate Igadru, the young man by
Was
the
that
road?
the rodent's name? I only know that he tasted mealy and lean.
Wait, were you a soul twin?
While he lived, his suffering became mine. And as he drew closer, his weakness infected my essence. I can never be strong while a soul twin of mine lives.
I've always felt that if I had a soul twin, we would be good friends. I had not considered the advantages of being able to pummel them. I take it you've been through this before?
Since I was a worm, sudden fits of agony and terror would paralyze me. I was a prisoner to experiences that weren't mine.
Okay, well...
Eventually, I noticed something similar in my fellow hatchlings. I felt their cries and shrieks become mine as they nipped and flew at one another.
And how did you become linked with your
I
siblings?
don't waste my time with the mysteries of souls, what sunders them and how the turning of the wheel
So
approaches them.
incurious.
What matters is power, survival. I killed as many of the other hatchlings as I could. I felt their pain, but I also felt parts of their souls become mine. I slaughtered and devoured, and the scent of blood drove my siblings into a frenzy. Our nest became a maelstrom of chaos as we fought, dying and feeding together.
Okay.
At last, only a handful of us were left. We were sickened by all we'd consumed and suffered.
And what happened to the hatchlings that survived?
I eventually hunted down some of my missing siblings. Others returned to me in other skins and other lives, as that boy did.
Could you have grown stronger by uniting with your soul twins?
Remaining fettered to them, hoping they never think to turn on me.
Yeah, pretty much. Something churns noisily in the dragon's stomach.
As interesting as this conversation has been, I've had enough of it.
You know, you're still weakened. Save your strength and leave me be.
I'll take my chances.
Okie dokie. So, first thing, you're immune to paralyzed, stuck, stunned, terrified, and unconscious. So you are not immune to a bit of shaman. You are not immune to a bit of the old gaze of the Adragon. You can leap in behind. You can, I guess, mess with them a bit. What do we got? Ooh, I never noticed that one. Although, I hadn't realized we were this far out. Okay. When an affected ally, so he'd need to be in amongst them all. Let's just try this now. Okay, you. Torment's reach? No. Force of anguish? No. Flagellant's path? Yes! Okay. Also, this is a good time for you to maybe second wind a little. And then you... Okay. Cool. You are not in great shape there, buddy. Yeah, he fell over. That's kind of my problem with these guys, is they're based around, you know.
I was enjoying it.
How long are you going to be charmed for? Another 11 seconds. It'd be great if you could just kill all the things. Yeah. Okay, Aloth. Shadow Flame's probably not going to do it, is it? Let's try a bit of the old Fireball. Oh, shit. Can you whisper some trees in him again? Good. Now, you are busy being paralyzed, petrified for another 2 seconds. Once you're finished, I think you really should heal up a bit. How about you do a bit of this? And you... Wilting Wind. How about that? Okay, paralysis, not what I needed there. You are still charmed for the moment, so can you try sapping this guy? Good. Seven seconds.
Yes?
Be real nice if you would actually use the Savage Defiance I told you to use. Thank you. Okay. How are you doing? You are about to be uncharmed. I really should have been doing some of these things Good. Follow the petrification. Less good. Barbaric blow. Right.
Just say the.
Good. 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 Okay. So, is there any way you could get what's his face to get back up? Resurrection on you. You. How about you guess the Adrigan here? Do not do that. That would be rude.
Leave it to me.
Aloth, you were meant to hit him. Okay, actually, Aloth, run the fuck away. Second wind at least. And then everyone attack this guy. In particular, you need to... Aloth, that gaze of the Adrigan would be real nice right now. Durance, what are you doing? Oh, being an idiot. Okay, let's do... Resurrect him. Everyone else, attack the fucking dragon! Now you... Watchful Guardian? Here, maybe? Everyone else, I said everyone else, attack the goddamn dragon. Sap him. Okay. Blind him. Frickin' petrify him. It doesn't say he's immune to petrification. Why does petrifying him not seem to work? You sure would be good if you could just hit him repeatedly. Hubble.
Zawa is ready.
That's less than ideal. Dealing little damage. Wilting wind, freezing, weakened and hobbled. Let's do that then. Let's see, can you... pick me up? Okay. Maybe we just need to start resorting to a few of the oldest wizard spells in the book. Fire, goddamn balls. Also, if you could do that too once you're done. Once you're done. What have you got here? Cleansing Flame, no. Try against Preacher, no.
Suppose we could rest.
Just die. Good. Killed you.
Just say the word.
Oof. Finally. Okay. His better half is complete.
Is ready.
That also got me a bunch of XP and did a bunch of stuff. Oh, it's so good
Zawa is
to
ready.
get my revenge there. Even if, wow, that did not work out as well as it could have. Dragon meat. Neat. +3 resolve, +3 might for 150 seconds. And we've got primal water. Yeah, I did put that in the
Zawa
stash.
is
Good.
ready.
And all of this essence. I'll do the leveling up in a moment. Already checked that out in the past. Okay. Riona's Vambraces. Okay, just makes you hit more often, bypass DR, do damage reduction. That sounds like quite a useful thing to put on someone. Black Sanctuary. Interesting. And a unique Wobbo. I could give that to Sigani at some point. Okay. So now let's see who I want to give those Vambraces to. Okay, so DR reduction. I mean, it's better than the deflection, but most importantly, what am I using? That's where I'm getting Whispers of Treason from. This just boosts melee damage and lets me force people onto my side, right? Whereas this would make me hit more often, and yeah, I think that is definitely better for me. And then we can give that to maybe the Devil of Carrick. Okay, and then yeah. And this is Foundry. Yeah, nope, that's fine. Okay. That's it. That is everything. That's our quest as well sorted. White March 2, no. Where was that one? Kind of assumed it would be in White March, but I guess it isn't. I really wish this was actually sorted by kind of last time, the order in which we did them, but it isn't. So I guess I'm never going to see what gets written there. Probably not that relevant.
Wonder what this is.
Hello. Hey, Durgan Iron and Durgan Cogwheels. Fantastic.
Zawa is ready.
Always good to get more Durgan Iron. I died to that dragon so many times when I was trying to do part 1. I just, assumed that anything you encountered in part 1 would be achievable in part 1. What was that?
Oh, I knew that Malkut Shoa was bad.
There's something up here I thought I saw. Oh yeah, might as well also level you. You know what, let's just do that. Okay, what do we want here? Piercing Sigil. Does pierce damage and pushes people back. Black Bow basically gives you a fancy bow that does corrode damage. It's effective. I love that it's got a value. Huh. Like you could potentially sell it if you were fast enough? That seems weird. You know what? Let's grab the Piercing Sigil. Seems like a good defensive spell. Hardened Veil increases the deflection. And I don't remember to use it enough, but I think that's a good choice. Alright, Devil of Karok. I'm mostly focusing you on sneaking. Let's also give you a little bit of survival. No, I don't think we need to give you law. Okay, escape, no. Riposte basically means that... yeah, that seems good. And you, sir. I think more athletics is more important for you. Swift strikes is just faster attacks. That's right. Yeah, turning wheel. Movement rate. Is there any way to heal quickly with you? +1 damage reduction per wound. That seems like a good choice. Because he gets hurt very rapidly. Wow, everyone is injured except for Manaha and Durance. Everyone took at least some damage. Alright, yep, cool. We can leave and we can go to our original destination. Here is hoping it is not under attack. Quick save. That's probably our best bet. Stop sneaking, just run. Thank you. I'm going to save here. Get out of here. Head to Stalwart. Let's see what changes have been wrought by having Durgan's battery open once more. It's only been probably weeks or months? Months, maybe. This is not actually a quick game, given that you spend days.
In order.
So there's something strange going on in the mines? Really? Ismi may have worked for you.
While we wait, the enemy grows stronger.
And you'd send more of us to die!
Well, I'm not gonna stand around. Are you?
You've done plenty, Darian.
Darian? You approach the source of the commotion and see a throng of villagers. They're arguing among themselves and hurling questions and demands at a lone figure perched above them. A young man stands on a spur of rock, his clenched fists held aloft. Steam rises from his wild hair and a flushed face as he shouts to the gathering.
Been a week since our people left these gates. A week since the Iron Flail took them.
He paces the outcropping, his eyes burning. You see a few scattered nods in the crowd.
Yet we wait here behind our sturdy new walls, hiding in our rebuilt homes. We've done nothing.
He brings his fist into his palm with a sharp smack. The crowd erupts, bristling with pointed fingers and pointed words. One woman steps forward, her eyes lock on the young man.
Who are you to tell us how to defend our own? You ain't been here 2 months!
Several of the others grunt and hoot. You feel a shift in the crowd, like a changing tide.
And since I got here, I've been working alongside the rest of you. Don't start with that again.
A handful of others nod along with him, but they cringe and flinch as another villager joins the fray, shaking his finger at the young orator.
Well, it was your idea to send our people to that damned fort in the first place! If it weren't for you and the other leeches that come up with you, we wouldn't be in this mess!
The new accuser raises a chorus of furious cries. Darian raises his hands for calm, but the crowd's wrath is snowballing. Stop, everyone! A dozen heads turn in your direction. The villagers recognize you, their eyes widen with hope and reverence. What is this about? Enough shouting, I want someone to calmly explain what's going on. Darian nods.
It's a small army from Rayed Saris. They call themselves the Iron Flail.
At Darian's mention of the name, the rest of the crowd falls silent. The words trigger a sudden flashback to your dream of the mysterious army and the destruction of Cadnua. As the image fades, you see once more the vision of 100 eyes watching you, and something just beyond.
Showed up a few weeks after you opened the battery. Demanded we give him the White Forge.
He avoids your gaze, scraping his boot against the
They're
rock.
led by a Darek Sendamir. Comes from an old Rayed Saran family. The rumor has it the man's half mad with visions. Claims one drove him here to take the White Forge.
In Zawa's experience, if one is only half mad with visions, the dose was too low.
They're not the only bloodsuckers around here.
The village glares up at Darien, but most of his fellows are ignoring him by now. Darien raises his voice above the
Our
ruckus.
crew at the battery locked their doors and told the Iron Flail to go back to Ranternity. Instead, they built a fort in the middle of the wood. So we sent a committee to reason with them. But that was a week ago. We haven't seen our people since.
A low rumble ripples through the crowd. Darien hesitates. Okay.
That can only mean one thing.
Can't you share the white fudge? They'll just shout and squawk louder than
After
ever.
what they did to our neighbors?
Only thing they know how to do is start wars.
Maybe we could nudge them into torching their own village.
Please, everyone!
In the fragile silence that follows, the others turn and look at Darien.
Whatever our difference is, we've got to deal with the army at our gates.
Or rather, you've got to deal with the army at our
You've
gates.
done a lot for Stalwart already. Many of us wouldn't even be here if it wasn't for you.
He breaks off, looking as if he'd like to stuff his words back into his mouth. After an uneasy pause, he swallows and continues.
What I mean is, if anyone could deal with an army, it's you.
Just show me where the fort is.
The Iron Flail cleared a patch of forest north of Durgan's battery, built their fort there. It'll be well guarded, so if you can get in without raising an alarm, you may have an easier time of it. The important thing is to deal with the commander. If you can get rid of him, the rest of the soldiers will scatter.
I think I've dreamed about this army.
What exactly did you see?
The dream was unclear.
Of course. We're just thankful this dream led you back. Anyway, we've got our work cut out for us
Probably
here.
better not to say, oh yeah, I dreamed that you guys were all dead.
While you're
So-
out, stop by the battery. Wangra and her team are still repairing the heavy cannons, but they've made a lot of progress elsewhere. Thought you might like to see how far it's come.
Okay, I wanted to
Haven't
ask
been
you
here
about
long,
something.
but I'll tell you what I can.
What brought
Work.
you here?
I was a cobbler in New Yarma, but the city got more crowded every year. Rural types fleeing the legacy. A couple months ago, I heard Stalwart was offering land and opportunity to new settlers, so figured I'd give it a go out here. For a while, folks seemed glad to have some new blood, but that changed as more and more of us came.
Tell me about the Iron Flail.
They heard about the White Forge and came running, just like a lot of us did. Only difference is, they brought siege weapons.
Awkward.
As best anyone can tell, they're from the border region near Little Bend, one of the poorest parts of the country. For Ranneko, well, that's saying something.
Seems to be a lot of tension around town.
Before you opened Durgan's battery, people tell me Stalwart barely had enough warm bodies to keep the town running.
Yeah.
A bunch of us came when we heard about the White Forge, but now, I think the old-timers would just as soon send us back.
He begins ticking items off on his
We
fingers.
take the best jobs, we don't pay our respects to Andra, we're overcrowding the town.
He shakes his head.
I get it. Stalwart's changing. Same thing happened in New Yarma when folk moved in from the countryside. But they can't keep blaming us for everything that goes wrong out here.
He sighs and a steaming cloud escapes his
I'm
lips.
just hoping they'll calm down once the Iron Flail is gone.
Alright, that's it. Hey, Idrun. So you are exactly the same. That is unchanged. Alright, let's see. What about the Temple of Abaddon? We kinda emptied out. A little bit. And then we will nap, I reckon. Go to the inn, have a break, reset some, broken bones, strain things, that kind of stuff.
Oh, come on, stupid sword.
Okay, now you're just pissing me off. Straighten out, damn you. Temper, Maska. The older priest glares at Maska reproachfully. Of course, this was a different temple last time we... Sorry, Master, it just slipped out. What's wrong with the sword? Where to begin? For one, I can't manage to shape the metal no matter how hard I try. Master Ingram says, envision a sword, so I'm envisioning really, really hard. But I think I'm ending up with a club, or maybe a mace if I'm lucky, but no sword. My work doesn't improve soon, they'll kick me out of the temple. Can't be a priest if you're not a proper smith. Unless you help me. But I'm not a blacksmith. Oh, that's not the kind of help I'm asking for. I snuck a peek at Master Ingram's law books and came across a ritual that can enchant a forge hammer to boost smithing skill. That's the kind of edge I need. I've already completed the first part of the ritual, crafting the hammer. Unfortunately, the next two parts require travel to Deerwood, and there's no way Master Ingram will help me leave anytime soon. Yeah, sure, I'll do that. Great! That hammer actually turned out alright. First place you'll need to go is the Shrine of Abaddon at Crucible Keep. Yeah, okay. And then the Shrine of Magron in Magron's Fork. And then head back here. Why'd you become an acolyte? Family tradition? Isn't crafting using a magical forge hammer unethical? Yeah. Basically, the answer to that is, Hey, look. A drawing.
I'll have this open in no time, as promised.
Hey, Ingram, what's up? Ingram nods at you and smiles in recognition. Ah, the Kindler of the White Forge. We owe you a great debt for the industry and faith you've restored here. Welcome to the Temple of Abaddon. What do you do here? I lead this temple and guide acolytes in matters both spiritual and mundane. Worshippers of other gods pray or meditate. We Abaddonians venerate our god through the act of smithing. Our doors are always open. This used to be a temple to Andra. Back when this was a dying, forgotten place, the clerics who tended it left, as is customary at their goddess. The throngs who've come since to Star sort of more practical deity. I'm gonna just save before I do this next part. Maska asked me to enchant her forge hammer to enhance her smithing skills. If such a thing were possible, as Maska obviously believes, I'd be interested in seeing how things turned out. You didn't seem very concerned. Because I'm not. Okay, cool. That worked out way better than I anticipated. And we'll do that. That'll take like 5 minutes of actual time. It'll take like a week of travel time. But whatever. It's not like anything's on a timer.